All right, let's jump right into something that might just flip everything you think you know about getting what you want completely upside down. We're talking about the core ideas in Calvin W. Nathan's book, Detach to Attract. It's a truly transformative concept.
You ever had that feeling, that thing you want so badly? Maybe it's a new job, a relationship, or just a specific goal. The harder you chase it, the faster it seems to run away. It's maddening, right? Well, you're not alone. And that's the big, juicy question we're going to dig into today.
So it turns out this isn't just a string of bad luck. There's actually a name for it. The book calls it the paradox of wanting. And honestly, just getting your head around this one idea, it's the key that can unlock a totally different reality for you.
Okay, so the book gives us this amazing way to think about it. Picture this: your desire, what you want, is a boat. It's all set, ready to sail right to your goal. But that desperate, clingy, I need this to be happy feeling, that's the anchor. It's this heavy, clunky weight of fear and insecurity that's just holding you stuck in the mud. So get this: the desire itself isn't the problem. It's the needy attachment to the desire that's stopping you dead in your tracks. And look, this isn't just some abstract theory from an ivory tower. For the author, Kelvin Nathan, this was a lesson learned the hard way. I mean, it came directly from his own painful experiences. For a long time, Nathan felt like he was on this hamster wheel, just chasing and chasing, approval, success, you name it. It was completely draining him. But the real wake-up call, the moment everything changed, was back in 2011. He was working on this huge project, and he was so obsessed with it succeeding, so riddled with anxiety that he basically choked. The stress killed all his creativity, and boom, the project failed. That failure, as painful as it was the catalyst. It sent him on this massive journey into psychology and philosophy, which is where he found his big breakthrough. And this quote from him just nails it. He says, "I realized my excessive attachment was not strength, but a weakness that was pushing away the very things I wanted." Wow. Think about that. He realized that the frantic, fearful energy he was putting out, that fear of not getting it, was acting like a repellent, literally pushing his goals away. His weakness wasn't a lack of trying, it was trying too hard from a place of fear. Okay, so it's one thing to have this big realization, but how do you actually use it in your life? Well, that's where he developed this really clear, practical system. He calls it the 4 pillars of detachment. So, pillar number 1 is all about getting real with yourself. It's about awareness. You've got to learn to spot that needy, desperate energy when it pops up. You know the feeling, right? That little voice in your head that says, "My happiness depends on getting this thing." That's it. That's the feeling. And the first step is just noticing it without judgment. And the book gives us a super powerful, hands-on way to practice this. It's called the 7-Day Surrender Challenge. You literally write down your biggest desire, then you lock that piece of paper away, out of sight, out of mind. Then, a few times a day, you just sit quietly and mentally let it go. You're basically telling the universe, "Hey, I've put my order in, I trust you to handle the delivery." Pillar number 2, oh man, this one is a game changer. It's all about making yourself the priority. See, the idea is that real attraction isn't about chasing stuff on the outside. It's about building a rock-solid foundation on the inside. When you stop looking for other people or things to make you feel whole, you become your own power source. And let's be clear, this isn't about being arrogant or conceited. It's about having genuine respect for yourself. Simple things, like these daily habits, start to rewire your brain to see your own worth. And when you truly start prioritizing yourself, you send out this powerful vibe that you're already complete. And paradoxically, that's what makes you a magnet for incredible people and opportunities. All right, pillar number 3. This one flips the script from focusing on the destination to falling in love with the journey. Instead of being totally obsessed with that end goal, that finish line, you learn to find real joy in the little things you're doing every single day to get there. Yeah, and this quote about it is just perfect. When you're not weighed down by stressing about the outcome, you can just get lost in what you're doing. That's what psychologists call a flow state. It's that magical zone where work feels like play, and you're just firing on all cylinders. You're not stressed, you're just in it. And you don't need to meditate on a mountain for hours to do this. Here's a crazy simple technique to get you started. Before you do anything, just tell yourself, for the next 5 minutes, I'm only focusing on the process. Forget the result. Just focus on the typing or the painting or the conversation. It's like doing a bicep curl for your focus muscle. And that brings us to the 4th and final pillar, which is all about your emotional state.
So much of that desperate wanting comes from a deep down fear of not having enough, right? A fear of lack. This pillar is about making a conscious choice to switch that channel, to replace that fear with feelings of joy and abundance right now. Think of it like this. Whatever emotional frequency you're broadcasting, that's what you're going to get back. If you're broadcasting fear and scarcity, you're just going to attract more reasons to feel that way. But a simple practice like writing down what you're grateful for literally starts to rewire your brain. It trains you to see the good that's already here, shifting your entire vibe from I don't have enough to I have more than enough.
Okay, so I know some of this might sound a little woo-woo or spiritual, but what's really cool is that there's actual hard science and psychology that explains why this works. The book calls this state hyper-attachment. And here's what's happening in your brain. When you want something that badly, your brain literally can't tell the difference between I might not get this promotion and a tiger is about to eat me. It triggers the exact same fight or flight response. And here's the kicker. That flood of stress hormones shuts down the most advanced part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex. That's your hub for rational thinking, problem solving, and creativity. You know when you've totally bombed a job interview for a job you really, really wanted? That's what's happening. Your brain is being hijacked by anxiety, and you're just stuck in survival mode. You physically can't be your best self. Now, this is maybe the most important point of all. Please do not mistake detachment for apathy or inaction. It's not about just sitting on the couch waiting for things to happen. It's the total opposite. It's about taking action from a place of calm, confident power instead of frantic, fearful desperation. It's the difference between panicked clawing and empowered creation. Okay, so let's wrap this all up. What are the big takeaways you need to remember from this whole idea? First, surrender your desires and have a little faith. Second, make yourself the #1 priority, always. Third, find the joy in the doing, not just in the getting. Fourth, come from a place of abundance, not a place of fear. And most of all, remember this. Letting go is not giving up. It's the bravest, most powerful move you can make. If you take away just one single thing from this, let it be this. True attraction is the natural side effect of inner alignment. It's not about how hard you push on the outside. When you're good on the inside, when you're fulfilled, confident, and just enjoying your life, you can't help but attract amazing things to you. The desperate chase just melts away. So I'll just leave you with this question. Take a real, honest look at your life. What's that one thing you're clinging to so tightly? What's the anchor you're dragging around? And just imagine what could happen, who could you become if you finally found the courage to let go of the rope?